The absolutely grotesque nature of the racism that festers within the MAGA movement is something that will be talked about in the history books for the remainder of recorded time. It is a pool of racism that I would like to say festers just below the surface, but unfortunately, Trump has allowed it to bubble up to the top of the surface and be brought out in broad daylight. And the history books will reflect it. And few figures within the MAGA cult are as reprehensible, vile, and disgusting as Trump sycophant Laura Loomer. Stick with me here. Recently, Democratic Congresswoman from Texas, Sheila Jackson Lee, passed away. This is Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee. From Houston, Texas, United States Representative Sheila Jackson Lee of the 18th Congressional District of Texas has died at the age of 74. Her family made the announcement on Friday evening. Today, with incredible grief for our loss, yet deep gratitude for the life she shared with us, we announce the passing of United States Representative Sheila Jackson Lee of the 18th Congressional District of Texas. A fierce champion of the people, she was affectionately and simply known as Congresswoman by her constituents in recognition of her near ubiquitous presence and service to their daily lives for more than 30 years. So what did Laura Loomer have to say about the passing of this longtime public servant? This was the post she made on Twitter. Even on her deathbed, this ghetto bitch couldn't keep President Trump's name out of her disgusting mouth. I'd say rest in peace, but we all know lying Democrats who have destroyed our country are going to hell. Sheila Jackson Lee will be remembered as a destructive force in America and one of the most low IQ members of Congress in the history of our nation. Today she died. Instead of spending her final moments with her family, she was talking shit about Trump on X and spewing more lies. She won't be missed, but I'm sure she will still be voting Democrat this November. Good riddance. That is an absolutely reprehensible post about this person. The racism, the vile vitriol, the absolute insanity of calling her one of the most low IQ members of Congress. It is indicative of MAGA in 2024. And when people called her on her shit, what did she say? I never celebrated the death of Sheila Jackson. I simply spoke the truth and said she was a major Trump hater and a destructive politician who was full of hatred and rage toward Donald Trump till the day she died. I stand by what I said. Everything I said is true. In another reply to another person calling her out, she said Sheila Jackson Lee was a ghetto bitch. I stand by what I said. Why should I soften my language just because she was a black, low IQ, DEI member of Congress? I don't care what color someone is, but please, for the love of God, be smart and speak proper English if you're paid blah, 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 blah. You don't care what color somebody is, yet you make a specific point to point out the fact that she was black. And of course, Laura Loomer always thinks anybody of color that gets a job got it because they didn't earn it. Remember, she was counter-protesting outside the courthouse in New York while Trump was earning his 34 felony convictions, and she tweeted this, with black people from New York in the background. Greetings from Africa. Joke, this is NYC. So let's talk about the next thing she said, that she was one of the most low IQ members of Congress. Born in Queens, Jackson Lee earned a scholarship for black students at New York University before transferring to graduate with a Bachelor's of Arts in Political Science from Yale University in 1972 and a Juris Doctor from the University of Virginia School of Law in 1975. In 1987, after she moved to Houston, she was appointed as a municipal judge for the city by Kathy Whitmer. In 1989, Jackson Lee was elected to the Houston City Council. She served in the office until 1994 when she began a campaign for Congress. In the Democratic primary, she defeated incumbent Craig Washington and went on to easily win the general election. So a degree from Yale, a Juris Doctorate from the University of Virginia, a judge, a member of the city council, and a 30-year member of Congress. But she's low IQ. Laura Loomer attended Mount Holyoke College. Leaving after one semester, she said she felt targeted for being a conservative. She transferred to Barry University in Miami Shores, Florida, and graduated in 2015 with a bachelor's degree in broadcast journalism. This is what Trumpism has brought to the surface. This is what Trumpism has said is okay to talk about openly in this country. She's a black woman, therefore she's a DEI hire. She's a black woman, therefore she's the lowest IQ congressperson. She's a black person, therefore she's a ghetto bitch. Laura Loomer is the absolute worst kind of human being. Pure scum. And she is aligned with Trump almost perfectly. Wherever he goes, she is sure to follow. This is Trumpism.